The concept of license and its types. IBM led the global computer market from the 1950s to 1980s. However, IBM's net profits began to decline for the first time in 40 years in the mid-1980s. Its productivity fell to half that of its competitors, and the company failed to keep up with the rapidly changing market environment, all of which led to the deterioration of the consumer's perception of the company. IBM was once the most profitable company among the Fortune 500 companies, but it became an insolvent enterprise that recorded losses of $16 billion for 3 years in the 1990s. IBM is now over. To overcome the crisis, IBM appointed Louis Gerstner as its new CEO. He was the first CEO to have been hired from outside the company since the foundation of IBM. Moreover, he was the former CEO of Nabisco, a cookies and snacks manufacturer unrelated to the computer industry. So what kind of changes did he bring to IBM? After his appointment, Gerstner implemented a business strategy centering on patents. He knew well that strategic utilization of intellectual property rights was necessary for the survival of the company. He adopted a strategy that commercialized core technologies and technologies with high-tech evaluation grades in IBM's possession, while transferring peripheral technology and technologies with low-tech grades through license contracts to minimize costs and secure revenue from royalties. Intellectual property licensing refers to how the licensor, the holder of the intellectual property rights, allows a third party to make use of the rights in return for a certain amount of payment from the licensee. Licenses can be divided into either exclusive or non-exclusive licenses, depending on the terms set by the licensor. An exclusive license refers to the rights that can be exercised exclusively by the licensee within the terms of the contract. In the case of exclusive licenses, even the licensor cannot exercise the rights within the same parameters set by the contract. On the other hand, a non-exclusive license refers to the rights to utilize the license subject within set parameters, and in this case, the licensor may also exercise the rights within the same parameters. Therefore, the licensee must carefully consider whether to contract an exclusive license or non-exclusive license. IBM has recently implemented an open licensing policy. Instead of signing exclusive licenses, the company has been signing non-exclusive licensing contracts with any willing company. Through its licensing contracts with companies such as Gateway and Dell, to whom PC-related technologies have been transferred, IBM has earned a huge amount of royalties. The amount profit from its license contracts records $1 billion on average. IBM, which recorded a net loss of $8.1 billion in 1993, recorded a net profit of over $8 billion in 2000, and successfully changed its image to that of an intellectual property rights management company. IBM invests over $5 billion a year in R&D, and the company acquired 4,186 patents in just 2008 alone. However, IBM did not stop at acquiring patents. It solidified its status as an intellectual properties company by actively utilizing licensing. Technology can spread rapidly through licensing. Licensing is a method that helps all parties, such as the intellectual property rights holders, their competitors who license the intellectual property, and the consumers who use the products. Corporations are well advised to form a strategy for future industries by utilizing licensing.